Hey, what's up, you guys? So it is 7 p.m. I had not filmed anything all day because I was busy. For starters, I had a doctor's appointment at like 10:40 at the gynecologist. I wasn't too happy about it, but the doctor goes, I don't need to check you because I already know what you have. And I'm like, alright, I don't even have to check me. So I was spared the torment. Then I was asked yesterday to go to work today. And I said, yeah, I can go to work. But then I called this morning saying, because like originally my schedule was only going to be 4 hours today, originally, before I went to the hospital. And I asked my manager, I said, is my schedule still from 2 to 6? She goes, yes, it is, because I knew you probably wouldn't, be able to do a full shift. And I said, yeah, because I'm on hydrocodone, and I can't take hydrocodone to work, so I'm going to be in immense pain, and I'm a little in pain now. And that is why I'm in my car. I'm actually going to the grocery store. I'm going to pick up something very small to eat, like, I don't know, just something very small, and take my hydrocodone, because there's no food in the house. I mean, there is food in the house, but it's like, I'm gonna make it, and I already made dinner at work, so I'm really tired as it is, just because my body doesn't know what's going on. Plus, I've been on hydrocodone overnight. I kept waking up with pain, take a hydrocodone, go to sleep, wake up. So I really didn't get much sleep last night, and then I had to work, so I'm exhausted. Anyway, my neighbor is waving at me. Anyway, I'm going to the store. Okay. I'm back from the store, and I got Ritz crackers, garlic butter, and garlic and herb cheese dip. That's good. Hey, what's up, you guys? Are you souls ready to cook with me? Because I am. And I have no footage, so I thought, why don't I just film myself cooking and you guys can tag along. So, let's get this show on the road. So, what I am cooking today is actually my all-time favorite dinner of all time. I grew up eating this. My dad used to make this a lot growing up. He doesn't do it anymore because it is kind of a slow cooking process. It is about an hour long of cooking. I am cooking this at 8:50 at night, so I won't be eating until about 10 at night, which doesn't matter. I don't have to work tomorrow. So anyway, let me describe what this dinner is. It's what I call it, chicken, rice, and mushroom casserole. I don't know how casserole fits into here, because I don't know what makes a casserole, but I call it a casserole. So, let's get started. It is the easiest recipe. A little trivia about me. When I first started working at my new job at the adult family home, this was the first meal I ever made, because I remember it from my childhood. And it's super easy. Your kids can do it in their sleep. What you need is chicken thighs. Now, you can use chicken breasts if you're an idiot and you like dry, gross meat. You can use chicken breasts. I wouldn't recommend using chicken legs, just because the meat might get done before the rice, or vice versa. Well, more likely the chicken legs would get done first, and then everything would be screwed up and burnt and gross, and you won't want to eat it. Chicken thighs. Long grain rice. I use this because it's easy to cook. Something like the jasmine rice or like the short grain rice take weird steps to make it cook. You need a 1/4 cup. This little doohickey. And slowly but surely, you need a 1 cup. This is full of water, which is our next ingredient. You need 1 cup of water. That's it. And then you need a cream of mushroom. I got the Campbell's cream of mushroom because it was on sale. And then you need salt, pepper, and I use garlic powder. I think my dad used paprika. Paprika pretty much only give it color. I like flavor. Salt and pepper can only go so far. So I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder. Now what I mean by how paprika gives it color, if you think about it, when you cook meat or poultry, it turns white. And which is already white, but more white. And rice is already white, so it's very, very bland looking. So, but who am I trying to impress? Nobody. Maybe Dave Mustaine, but I don't think he will care. I think he cares about the taste. Anyway. Oh, we also need a glass rectangle. I don't know what it's called. Let's get started. So what you do is you take your 1 cup of water, you put it right into the glass rectangle. Just like so. You're done with that. You don't have to use that anymore. This is the hard part because you need 3/4 of a cup of long grain rice. And get it into here without making it go all over the countertop. It's a difficult process. This is like, special ops should be doing this for me. Because they're so good at aiming. Whatever that means. So that was one. Now we're on to our second one. 2. And you can't really see it. I just don't want to spill any of it, because then if it drops, then it bounces and I'll never see it again. It'll get all over the floor. That was 3. So 3/4 of a cup of white long grain rice. That's hard to say. Now you take a fork or a spoon or a knife or your face or your fingers or your foot or your ankle. And you just mix it, kind of blend it in, kind of like that. You can kind of see the base of it, kind of spread it out, kind of look pretty. And then you put your fork down. You grab your soup. You can use any soup you want. You when I was working one day, I made this again, but I didn't have any tomato mushroom soup, so I used chicken soup, and I added more spices. I added some mushrooms to it, to kind of give it, not just straight chicken, because too much chicken can be a bad thing. It can get very bland. So, that's good. Take your fork, and this is the hard part. You kind of have to be patient with it. You're going to have to whisk it in without, spraying water and rice everywhere. Soup is pretty thick, so kind of do this. Can't really see it, but let's see if I'm going to hold it up. Just kind of like this. Can you see that? Kind of mix it around like that so it's all incorporated into the rice and water mixture. And that is pretty much our base. The rice will cook and absorb all of the soup, which makes the rice just taste heavenly. So while that's done, because I'm an idiot, preheat your oven. Every oven is different. This oven, for some reason, is not as good as the oven at work. The oven at work, I use 375. I'm going to do 400 just because of how late it is, and I'm going to, really cook this. So give me a second. I'm going to set my 400 and start. Make sure nothing in there. Oh, there's this in here. Looking at that. Alright. Back to this. So, you've pretty much used half of your ingredients. So now what you do is you take your chicken. Wash your hands, of course, but it's just me. If anybody's a vegetarian, I'm sorry, but chicken is dang good. Now, there's a lot of excess skin. Just fold it over like that. And then, how do I do this? Oh, yeah. Keep it in the tray. Oh, my gosh. So keep it in the tray like this. Take your salt and pepper. Yes, I know I'm touching it. I just touched the chicken. Don't judge me. I'll clean it. So just put salt on it. Take your pepper. This is fancy pepper that. You see it, Olive Garden. How much pepper would you like, sir? Say when. I always say when, and the guy like rolls his eyes. I'm like, you said say when. I'm gonna say when. Gosh. Put some garlic powder on there. I could use paprika, but I'm not going to because I don't know where it's at, and I'm not gonna waste you guys' time trying to find it. So now with that's done, flip it over. If you can. I just much rather like flip it, like use the styrofoam, tray than, waste or get a plate dirty. Just usually doing it this way. Salt. Just like that. Pepper. Yummy, yummy pepper. Then we got a lot of pepper because I was looking at you guys. Alright, and then last but not least, will come out this. Alright, so it's a very simple spiced chicken. Some people can go a little bit crazy and use, I don't know, whatever spice you want. This is very important to remember, and this is probably common sense to some people, but other people may not think this. Always put your chicken in here, skin up, because then it will cook and make the skin crispy. But you can do it any way you want. I mean, I don't think that it's gonna... It'd be very, not crispy. To make it extra crispy is to, dab it with a dry paper towel to get all the excess moisture out, and it'll make it super crispy. Okay, that just kind of overflowed just a smidge, but that's okay. We can pick it up just like so. Alright, guys, so let me pick up this mess down here that I made. I'm back. Let me wash my hands and I'll show you the effect, or the aftermath. That sounds awful. Nothing was in here. So, take your chicken, dispose of it correctly. Dispose of this. You do want to mince it out, but I don't have time for that. The garlic powder. I will clean these. Don't get your undies in a knot. So, as that's warming up, it's at 2:08 right now, because I wasted my time. Foil it. Put a foil over it, and you can put it in the oven when it's ready. Where's the foil at? Oh my gosh, it's right over here. Aluminum foil. Aluminum foil acts as an oven within an oven. Cooks it faster. Just like that. And that's it. I will show you more footage of something. Bye. Alright, putting in the oven. 400 degrees. Make sure not to boil yourself. Now, let's try for 40 minutes and see what that gives us. Because I don't want to overcook anything. Because once you overcook chicken, it can never turn back. And chicken thighs to me is very tender, and once you overcook it, it's just, you're pretty much a bad cook if you overcook chicken thighs. Just saying, from my book. What are you doing? You totally ripped this bag to shreds. Oh my gosh. Well, at least you know which bag is yours. That one's Popeye's and this one's yours. At least you know. Look at these two. Alright, it's time to feed you guys. This kitchen's a mess. Gotta clean that up. Let's use, oh yeah. Popeye is such a beggar. Okay, that one's Frankie's. And this one is Popeye's. There you go, buds. And this, my friend, is the finished product. The skin is nice and crispy. I had to cut it in the middle to make sure it was done. The rice is good. And it is 10:30. Alright, and also you notice I had to put the chicken in a separate pan because it wasn't cooking correctly. That's why it's 30 minutes past. It should, 30 minutes past its actual time it should be done. Anyway, goodbye.